first of all is to appreciate that we are all in it together. IBC alone cannot conduct election without the participation of all of us. And there was a question on some areas have realized more registration as compared to other areas. And an example was given for Nyeri 64, and I think Homa Bay at 34. This depends on mobilization and the interest of citizen in participation. How politically conscious is the citizen in terms of participation. And that's why all of us here must go back to our backyard and tell citizens that they must come out and register as voters. Some of them is the question whether they are reached. Do they access registration? This time we are meeting the fishermen on their boats and ask them whether they are registered. Some of them, they are close. That's why we are hiring even boats, so that we follow some of them, so that they register, so that access is not the problem. But the issue is we must all join hands to mobilize. For the first time in the history of the Electoral Commission, we have hired mobilizers who are opinion shapers on the ground. Those elders, they may not be very educated, but they have a voice. Kitabo, we are hiring voter educators, young people walking around and educating people. Some of them cannot even speak the local language. This time, we are very intentional about people who can speak the very local language, so that they can speak to the people using their own languages. And they're able to really convince people. So we are mixing the young and now the older population in terms of mobilization, so that they are able to speak the language. We are also targeting even persons with disability and hire people specifically with disability to be able to reach those persons with disability. So our issue, and I have said that our theme is deepening Kenya's democracy through inclusive voter registration. So inclusion is the theme, and you must please help us to bring everybody on board who really is eligible to be registered as a voter. There was also the issue of, and I think I want to reiterate this. We also, in terms of inclusion, we are also doing for the first time open kids. All the kids that are going in the field, any Kenyan can be registered wherever he is. You just see a kid in the field and you go there and you be registered. It doesn't matter whether you're in Nairobi and you come from Kisumu or you come from Eldoret. You can be registered wherever you see the kid. You are in Kisumu and you see the kid and you come from Mombasa. You can also be registered. Our kids are now able to reconcile data, so you can be registered anywhere. And we are trying to reach as many people as possible through that, so that finally, when the data comes together, the system is sorting, this belong to this constituency, this other one belong to this other constituency. And that's why the essence of Open Kit, so that we reach as many Kenyans wherever they are as possible. The other question, which is very important, I thank for this question, is why do we have missing polling stations when somebody do the verify? When you verify and the data comes, some of it is coming without it is coming in the polling center, but without the polling station or stream. What is happening? Because we are undertaking voter registration, some of these kids, some of the polling centers, of course, are receiving numbers and many numbers. That automatically distort the polling station. And what we have decided, we shall reallocate the polling station once we see the numbers, because some of them are exceeding the 700 mark for a polling stream, for a polling station. So it now cannot, the system cannot assign when it has exceeded. And for that reason, we said, and it's the practice, once now we finish the voter registration and we see what are the numbers, finally now we shall assign the stream. How do we do it? We do it through your first name. Because if we do using the surname, we are likely to have one community that have names starting in a certain way, in only one polling station or one polling stream. So we do it using the first name. And we allocate now depending on the number that have been added, but the maximum that we can have is actually 700. So that's why it's no cause for worry when you don't see the polling station or the stream, provided you are seeing the center where you have registered. For example, if it's Mahiga Primary, you can see it's Mahiga Primary, then what you don't have is the stream. Which particular class shall you go when it comes to voting? By then, the register will have been cleaned and also compiled and really packaged in terms of stream, including now the new voters that are coming on board. So that is a work in future as we continue the registration. Ladies and gentlemen, the issue of taking a photo, I don't want to belabor that. The first thing why you should not take a photo of your ballot paper after you vote is the secrecy of the vote. That is constitutional, it cannot be changed. And as we are here also to protect the secrecy of the vote. And the ballot paper is a classified material for elections. So we don't expect that you are just moving it around in social media and everybody. And there's no reason why you need to take the photo of the ballot paper. Even in the US, nobody take the ballot paper. They actually show the lab to show that they have voted, because the secrecy all over the world of the ballot paper is and then voting is you vote by secret ballot. That's what the constitution says, and therefore IBC has an obligation to protect the ballot from being exposed there. Let's have a confined elections. Once every agent will be there when ballot papers will be opened and the counting be done. The question of taking a photo of the form, I do not think that there's anything that prevents once results have been announced in a polling station for especially agents and any Kenyan to take a photo of the already announced result. Indeed, we hang a copy of those results in the polling station, so it means it's an open, it is open public. So any person can come take a photo and come with it and compare, so that we see that what is being delivered in the constituency or the national or wherever is actually it's actually the same. So I don't think we have any restriction to anybody taking a photo of already announced results, so that you can compare for your own comparison. Indeed, we have an obligation even to give to agents, so that any agents can have access to the vote, to the, what do I call it, to the forms, to the already declared result. Mr. Ikua, you talked about some region being said that as the cleaning of the register, that some voters will be removed. It is very important to really differentiate between propaganda and the real information. This was a propaganda, and I remember it came in when the commission entered, and it was said that the chairman has already said that he's going to remove 2 million Kenyans from Kiambu because it's part of the cleaning of the register. That was propaganda. It was misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. And I think we condemned it, and we really do not support. There's no cleaning of one region. It can never be. If we clean the register, is the whole register that is supposed to be cleaned from one to the other.